Hello everyone. Today I came up with a new video of PowerPoint, Power BI visuals. Today I will show you how to establish a rag table in Power BI. Suppose you have a Primavera dump in your Excel format and you want to establish a rag table for that data. So you will have no need to every time adjust your visuals or do the things manually one by one, like you have to do it in Excel. So only thing that you will have to bring your Excel data into Power BI and develop the visual, and once for all this table will be fixed. Every time you will change your P6 data, this visual will be updated according to the data. So let's start our video. So first thing first, you will have to bring your data in to Power BI. So I have my own Excel data which I have prepared for the sake of example, and I will bring that data into Power BI. So my data is in Excel format, so I will bring that Excel book which is in the name of rag. So you can you can bring your Excel sheets from SharePoint, from any other source, from your local drive or wherever you are storing your data. So currently I am storing my data in my local drive, OneDrive. So I'm bringing the data from there. You can bring it from anywhere. So I will bring my this table. You can see that in the Excel I have dumped my P6 data, which is a summarized WBS level. So I have my mobilization, engineering, procurement, construction, testing and commissioning, and then handing over. Then I have the columns for the baseline start date, baseline finish date, start, finish, and then the variance of the baseline finish and the forecast finish. I have this column over here. So what I want to do is I want to establish a rag table. As you guys are aware, in the planning, rag is for the sake of indication to the presenter that what are the status of each uh, component of your project, either it is on safer side or it is in a delay, what need to be considered in order to mitigate the delays and stuff like that. So I will, the data is already in format, I don't need any transformation, so I will directly load the data into my. Okay, now you can see immediately my table is popped up with the values and everything while I did not do anything. The reason is I had already established this table in the background, so that's why you can see the table is already there. So in order to start from the scratch, you can simply delete this table, and you can I will just show you how to establish a rag table. So what I want to do is I want to add a table. This is my table, and I will add the columns. What are my columns? My column is, first column is the project, which is the WBS level summarized components. Then my baseline start date, so it shows me this hierarchy of date. I don't want to show the hierarchy of date. I will just simply click this uh, drop down button, and I will select the baseline start only. And as soon as I will select, you can see now the hierarchy is off. Then I will add my baseline finish date. Again, I will select the baseline finish date instead of data hierarchy. Then I will add my forecast start date, my forecast start date below the finish. Again, I will select the start. Then I will bring the finish, forecast finish date. I will turn off the data hierarchy. Then I will bring the variance finish in it. And the variance finish, I don't want to see the summary. I just want to see the variance finish as it is. Now I will just simply extend my table size. Now you can see all the values which I want to present in my table are here. My project, the component was summarized component of my WBSs are here. Baseline start, baseline finish, start and finish, and then the variance. I want to prepare a drag column in it. I want just to show the audience that what is the status of each of the twin. First of all, I just want to show this detailed date in here. So there are multiple ways of doing the things, but you can change the format of the dates by selecting the format here, right? So we'll have to choose the column one by one, and then you can change the format, or simply you can do it easily in here. Select the column, change the format, select the column, change the format, select the column, change the format. Now all of my dates are in short form, which I want to see in the short form. And now my table is accordingly adjusted over here. So now I have the variance over here, variance column, and I want to replace this variance values with a rag mean red, amber and green. So I will define the criteria for my rag, and then I will be able to see the things. So in order to do some kind of settings for the table, I will go to the format, this visual, or you click this one, and in here you can just do multiple formations. You can just select the options according to your demand or requirement, what you want to see, how you want to see the, how you want to see your table and the stuff in it, right? So, I will keep the style as you can choose. There are multiple options. I will just keep alternate rows, right? And you can choose according to your demand. There are many options in here. You can just select whatever you like it. Usually I prefer this alternating rope style, and then you can select from the grid. Okay, grid mean your horizontal grid lines, how your horizontal grid lines you should look like. Do you want to show the grid lines? I don't want to show the grid lines. I will keep it off. Then vertical grid line is also off. I don't want to show the grid lines. Similarly, you can show the border if you like. You so currently by default the color is selected, so I don't want to show the border in here. I will just keep it default setting. Options. Okay, so in order to increase the row size or padding, you can increase it from row padding. As soon as I'm increasing the size, you can see the row size is increasing. My table is looking very small. I want to increase it, so I'm increasing it. You can increase the font size as well, right? So I will make it equivalent to row padding. Then you can extend your selection of your table so that you can see all the values. The values section, it is just uh, setting about your values, which font you want, which color you want to use, what is the background color of your values, all settings about your values. So I will just keep as it is. I don't want to change it. Then if you have column headers, you can select the column header settings in here. You want to change the color of background. Yes, I want to change the color of my background. I will keep this color. I will change the font color to black, and I will make it bold, and I will increase the size a bit. Then you can make, I will make it center, and then there are further options also. I will just keep it on as it is. Then I don't want to touch anything for the totals. Totals means if you have the totals, you can do the setting for the totals. I don't have, so I will not keep it to so specific column. If you want to do some settings for some specific column and the values, you can do it over here. You can see, you can change the text color, all those stuff, the values, the settings that you have done earlier. So this is the important column, this is the important option. So in the formation, so this asks me the cell element mean what, these are my cell elements, right? So what I want to do with these cell elements, so I want to show the rag. So you can select that specific column where you want to show your rag. So my concerned column is variance finish, so I have selected that column from the drop down. And then you can do multiple things with your cell element. You can change the background color of your specific cell, right? You can change the values, you can select which color you want to show, what are the settings of your how you all that background thing, you can do it over here. I don't want to do anything with the background. Similarly, you can select the font color according to the criterias. You can just select the values, or you can select the lowest value, highest value, and you can just define the color. The color will of the font will be changed accordingly. So I don't want to show the color format as well. Then you can show the data bars as well according to the values. So I don't want to show the, if you have some percentage complete column, then this column might be this data bars might be more concerned. If you have some values of percentage for each one of these and you want to show the percentage bar over here, then this option might be very much helpful. You can show the bar size according to your person complete, and then it will be very helpful. You can do further settings in here. Okay, so you can define your minimum value, you can define your maximum value, you can define the negative bar and positive bar and accents and all those stuff. You can do it over here. So I'm not interested in the bars for as of now. So this is the option I'm interested in. It says icons, so I will keep it on. And in here you can see now I want to define my rag values so that I can show the rag over here instead of the values for quick presentation. So first of all, I will have to select my variance finishes here. I want to show, you can keep the icon as well as the values together. So in that case you will select this option. If you want to show only the icons, you can select only icons from here. You can keep your alignment whatever you want it. I want to keep it in the middle. Then you can select the style of your rag. I will select arrow format. Now these are the rules. These are more or less the same kind of rules that we do in the conditional formatting in Excel. So here we are defining our rules for our rag. So my rag, I says my rag green color will be if my variance is greater than 0 or equal to 0 and less than 10, then my rag will be a green color upwards. I will keep it green. Then second option, if my variance is less than or equal to less is greater than, and I will say minus 10, and less than minus 5, then my rag should be neutral. It should not show the values. I have to change this to the number. So if your rule is not correct, you will get an indication over here, right? As you can see, if my criteria is not correct, it will show me an information and indication sign that I have to fix my criteria first, the rule itself, right? So once it is fixed, it's gone. My last option, if my values are greater than or minus 200 variance and less than minus 100 or 11, have to select a number, then my rag should be red. Now you can simply delete these if it is not required. In my case it is not required. If your case you have further conditions, you can add as many from new role, or you can simply delete it from selecting the delete case. Now I will say okay, and as soon as I have pressed ok, you can see all the values are gone. My engineering is showing green, so I can see if my engineering is green. Yes, it should be green. It is 0. Then my mobilization is neutral, my is amber. So if my mobilization, yeah, so this is the value is minus 10, so I define the criteria, it should be amber if it is minus 10 variance, and all these values are red because the variance for all these value is greater than is minus more than minus 10 and exceeding up to the values are, that's why it's. So this is how you can define your rag table in Power BI, and you can just fix this thing once for all. Every time you will dump your data in the Excel sheet, wherever your Excel file is located, your format will be ready to present, right? So that's all for today's session. If you have any question, you can just ask it at Fahad G GEE25 at gmail.com. Thank you for watching my video.